Got photos? We all do, lots of them. But how to separate the good from the bad? That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. With us from GoodOnes is co-founder and CEO Israel Shalom. Hi, Israel.
Hi, Fred. Nice to see you.
Great to meet you. And give us the overview. Start out with what GoodOnes is all about.
Yeah, so it's exactly as you said it. We all have thousands of photos on our camera rolls, mixing great memories with 8 of the same photo and receipts and screenshots. And GoodOnes is all about helping you find the good ones so that you can separate them from the rest and really enjoy them in various ways.
Well, step us through how this is used. It's an app for what platforms?
It is an app. It's currently iOS only, so it's for folks with an iPhone. And and the way it works is has 2 components. The first is an AI component, which sifts out all the really, I'll call them obviously bad photos, like screenshots and receipts, or that photo of a dinged up car that you might have taken. And those are separated. They're not deleted, it's important to mention, but they are kind of separated out of your way. And then from the rest, we help you go through them. Whenever you take 8 of the same photo, we sort of suggest which one might be the best. And from there, it's really easy. It's swipe right, swipe left, and a really fun and engaging, and some of our users call it addicting experience to sift out the best from the rest.
So how does the app figure out which ones are good, which are keepers?
Yeah, so that's kind of our secret sauce. We take a lot of factors into considerations, the presence of different items. For instance, if we notice that you're like a lot of outdoors photos, we might suggest those. Presence of faces is also something that's always important. And whenever we see you take multiple of the same shot, that's also an indicator for us that this might be a really important moment. And then all other things like blurry photos and just many factors.
So how did this come about, Israel?
Yeah, so my background is I worked at Google and Dropbox. I worked in cloud storage specifically. So I saw, we've been working with millions of users and seen a lot of people who their cloud storage is filled with photos and was filled with thousands of photos and tens of thousands of photos. And whenever they run out of storage, one thing they are always lamenting is the fact that not only that their storage is full and they have to pay, but also they lost the really important memories among that pile of photos and videos. So and I felt the same pain being a father to 2 amazing daughters. They're now 7 and 3. That I noticed I'm taking so many photos of them and then end up not doing anything because there's so many. So that was the motivation.
So people might have concerns about safety and privacy and where the photos are being stored. Tell us about all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know, and a lot of our users are actually, like myself, parents to young children. And so that makes the privacy problem like 10x more important, because as much as I care about my own privacy online, I care much more about my daughters. So we knew that from the get-go. And the way we treat it is essentially, the photos are never stored on our servers. We let most of the operations are done, almost all of the operations are done. All of the AI is running on device, which is nice because it's private and also because it's fast and you can run it when you're on the airplane on the way back from a vacation. And the photos never get uploaded to our servers. They get uploaded only to Apple's and Google's servers, and as part of an iCloud usage or other part of Google Photos usage. And those are all optional. So if you get to stay where you already are. If you're an iCloud user, then all of the organization that we're doing is done on top of iCloud. If you're a Google Photos user, it's done on top of Google Photos. and we are not a storage destination.
So you're providing a way for people perhaps to see which are the best shots and maybe save some of that local storage.
Exactly. So a lot of people do use it for saving local storage. They will, kind of swipe right, swipe left, and those that they deemed as the rest or the trash, they will end up deleting. So it also helps them save a little bit on the storage costs.
Interesting. So how does this work financially? Does it cost money for the app? Tell us, and if not, how are you in business?
Great question. So currently we've just come out of beta. We just went to the App Store less than a month ago. So we are just getting started, and currently our goal is to get as much feedback as possible. So we're still, I would call it, we're in live beta. We're in public beta now before we're in private beta. And our goal right now is to get as many users as possible, to get as much feedback as possible, to iterate and build the best possible product. Down the line, we are planning to have a subscription fee, and we have not finalized what that exactly will include and when it will trigger, what will be the free tier. We have not spent time figuring that out yet, because our main concern is to build the best possible product out there.
Terrific. So it's free for now on iOS. What are plans to bring it to other platforms?
Yeah, this is a great question. So similarly to the pricing question, we've been trying to be really focused on one platform and nail the best user experience on one platform, with the intention that once we do, we'll be able to port it into Android. So we do plan to port it to Android. Could be later this year, and we're planning to make that work in those two platforms on an ongoing basis. At some point, we might also introduce a web component to it, but currently those are the foreseeable future plans.
So that people could use it on desktop as well, for those of
that
us who...
that will be down the line, and the reason why we're prioritizing the mobile more highly is that that's what we find that users want. Users don't want to be coming to their computers necessarily to organize their photos. They want to do it on the go. They want to do it quickly. They want to do it on the plane, on their way back from a vacation. They want to do it more casually in small volumes, as opposed to sitting for 2 hours in front of their computer and organizing their photos.
From a usage perspective, if someone is using the GoodOnes app, would they be then going to that app to view and share photos as opposed to using Apple or Google?
That's a great question, and it's really up to the user. The user can see it in the GoodOnes app, or the user can go and actually see it in the Apple Photos app. The photos that you're curating in GoodOnes are available on Google Photos and Apple Photos as separate albums. So you can, if Apple Photos is the way that you use it, you can just go to Apple Photos and open up the album and see all your photos there. So everything that you do in GoodOnes is mirrored directly to Apple Photos and Google Photos.
Are you manipulating or allowing the manipulation or editing of photos within the app?
Yes, you can edit the photos if you want to throw on some filters, if you want to crop it a little bit. We are allowing those edits, yes.
So you have that capability built in as well.
Yeah.
For more information, where can people go?
They can go to goodones.app. That's where they can see more information about the app and click and download it.
Well, congratulations on the innovations there. We look forward to it. Israel Shalom, thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you for the time.